must be anchored to smooth, level surface. Machine must be grouted. When installing multiple machines next to each other, bolt the base frames together as one unit. Ensure the base frames are in the location they should be according to any blueprints or machine layout drawings. Using the base frame as a template, mark the pre-drilled mounting holes, the 4 inside corners, and along the front edge of the frame using spray paint or marker. Measure the drill bit to set the proper drill depth gauge. Mark the correct length with electrical tape or set the correct length on the drill. Drill each of the mounting holes previously marked by spray paint or marker to the proper depth. Using a small wire brush and vacuum, clean the debris in and around each of the drilled holes. Move the base frame back into position. Ensure the base frames line up with the drilled holes and other spray-painted markings. Raise the base frames 1/2 inch off the floor using nuts. Fill half of the hole depth with an industry-accepted adhesive or epoxy anchoring system. Insert the anchor bolt until it reaches the bottom of the hole, and 2 inches of the bolt extends above the surface. Position washers and nuts on bolts and finger tighten nuts to machine base. Using a level, ensure the base frames are level. Make any adjustments as needed using shims or washers on top of the spacing nut. Grouting is required in all installations. Mix grout to the consistency of pancake batter. Fill the space between the machine base and floor with a good quality, non-shrinking machinery grout. Grout completely under all frame members. Before grout completely sets, make a drain opening in grout at the rear center of machine, approximately 1/2 inch wide, to allow surface water under the base of the machine to drain. Allow machine grout to set, but not cure. Remove the spacers, allowing the base frames to settle in the grout. Fill in the void left from the spacers with grout. At this time, only hand tighten the washers and nuts. After allowing grout to cure completely, tighten the washers and nuts by even increments, one after the other, using the specified torque, until all are tightened evenly and base frame is securely fastened to the floor. Using a rust-resistant spray paint, paint the front or visible part of the base frame and grout black. Remove all outside packaging material and inspect the machine. Remove the front panel of the machine. Remove the bolts from the base frame that are holding the machine to the skid. Important: do not install any 80 or 125-pound machines on an elevated base frame. Position machine over the base frames, aligning the holes on the machine frame with the corresponding holes on the base frame. If installing multiple machines, position those machines over their base frames, aligning holes from machine to corresponding holes on the base frame. Install a bolt, washer, and nut in each mounting hole on the frame of the machine. Hand tighten each nut. Tighten the rear nuts 2 turns. Tighten the 2 front nuts 2 turns. On 30, 40, and 60-pound models only, tighten the 2 middle nuts firmly. Then go back and tighten the 2 front nuts firmly, and then tighten the rear nuts firmly. Torque these bolts to the specified torque. Refer to the installation manual for those specifications. Connect the drain outlet to a vented drain system using a flexible connection. The drain system must be vented to prevent an airlock or siphoning. On 20 and 30-pound models, use the supplied black rubber adapter and hose clamps to transition from the machine drain outlet to the 2-inch Schedule 40 PVC plumbing. On 40, 60, 80, and 125-pound models, use the supplied black rubber adapter and hose clamps to transition from the machine drain outlet to the 3-inch Schedule 40 PVC plumbing. Before installing hoses, flush the building's water system at the machine connection valves for at least 2 minutes. Suitable air cushions should be installed in supply lines to prevent hammering. Check filters in the machine's inlet hoses for proper fit and cleanliness before connecting. Filters should be installed at the point of connection to the water source. The metal crown of the filter should point up or towards you if you're looking at the end of the hose. Electrical ratings are subject to change. Refer to serial decal for electrical ratings information specific to your machine. Using a wiring diagram provided with the machine, a qualified electrician must make the connection. Make sure the correct transformer jumper, 208 volt or 240 volt, is in place. Refer to the optional electrical service connection label located on the back of the machine for electrical requirements. Electrical connections are made at the rear of the machine. Remove the electrical cover from the back of the machine. The machine must be connected to the proper electrical supply using copper conductors only. Connect machine to an individual branch circuit not shared with lighting or other equipment. The ground connection must be made to a proven earth ground, not to a conduit or water pipes. For more information on electrical connections, refer to the installation manual or contact a qualified electrician. Connect the wires to L1, L2, and L3 from the power supply in the building. Reinstall the electrical cover on the machine. Reinstall the front panels on the machine. Using a tow motor or other device, move the machine into the location it will be installed. Mark the location of the mounting holes on the frame with spray paint or marker. Using set depth shown previously, drill the holes to mount the machine to the floor. Using a small wire brush and vacuum, clean the debris in and around each of the drilled holes. Fill half the hole depth with an industry-accepted adhesive or epoxy anchoring system. Insert the middle anchor bolt into the holes of the frame of the machine. Using a tow motor or other device, position the machine over the adhesive or epoxy-filled mounting holes. Use a screwdriver or other device to guide the anchor bolts into the holes as the machine is lowered into position. To avoid serious injury, do not use your hands for this procedure. Raise the machine frames a ½ inch off the floor using nuts. Insert the anchor bolt until it reaches the bottom of the hole and 2 inches of the bolt extends above the surface. Position washers and nuts on bolts and finger tighten nuts to machine base. Fill the space between the machine base and the floor with a good quality, non-shrinking machinery grout. Grout completely under all frame members. Before grout completely sets, make a drain opening in grout at the rear center of the machine, approximately 1/2 inch wide, to allow surface water under the base of the machine to drain. Allow machine grout to set but not cure. Remove the spacers, allowing the base frames to settle in the grout. Fill in the void left from spacers with grout. At this time, only hand tighten the washers and nuts. After allowing grout to cure completely, tighten the nuts by even increments, one after the other, using the specified torque. until all are tightened evenly and base frame is securely fastened to the floor. Refer to the installation manual for the torque specifications. Using a rust-resistant spray paint, paint the front or visible part of the base frame and grout black. Reinstall the front panel on the machine.